Tapestry of Color in Canmore, the painting that we framed for Michelle Austin, is a landscape painting, and it has some vibrant sparkles of color throughout it, but it also has some very earth tones and natural tones, and that's what we work with. Those are the background tones to heighten or to get the excitement of the painting through the color and the theme. We wanted to keep things neutral and at the same time very interesting. So we chose the second mat, which is the bottom mat. We chose a middle tone brown, and those were the colors in the background of the painting. These particular copper or brown have a nice little shine to it. They're not a solid black or solid brown. They have a little bit of movement in them, and that made it really nice for presenting this particular piece of work. So the top art, or the top mat, is what is really going to surround the artwork and tell us a little bit more about it. It's like the margin of a book. You want that white space or that soft space around the painting so that people can think about what's inside of it. And in this case, we used a fabric mat. This particular fabric mat has a canvas-like feel. It's a linen, and it has little specks in it, and it's interesting to look at, but it's very subtle. So when you're framing and you tend to layer it like this, we're able to show off not only the quality material, but really encourage the movement and the excitement of the painting. When we made the decision for the frame, that was very theme-oriented. The wood and the natural look, the earth tones, as Michelle said, really enhanced the idea and the excitement of the painting. We didn't talk about the color of the brightnesses of the blues and reds and greens. We talked about pulling them out so that they just stood alone, and that was through the help of the frame and the mat. So the profile we chose was this beautifully beveled wood. This is by Roma Molding. It has incredible artisan and handcrafted techniques done to it. It's a soft wood, but it's very uniquely beveled. And by putting a bevel onto a frame, it pushes the painting forward, opposed to what we call as a swan neck. It's a little bit softer. It rounds the edge. In the Tapestry of Color in Canmore, that painting, it had some nice tree, strong lines in it, so I think the lines in this frame really helped out. So there goes the story of why, we choose framing and the theme-oriented. Sometimes it's color-oriented. The last thing sometimes is kind of easy. You really have gone all out with a very fashionable and a very artistic frame, as well as the mats being fabric, the wood being one of the finest handcrafted moldings. We then went and chose what is a museum glass, and here are your choices. So True View conservation glass is what I've used. Museum glass is very popular because of its clarity, and it really does show off what you're putting your investment into. The reflection control is great for documents. If you want to show off text, it makes it a little bit more personal. People can go up and take a little bit closer look and read things in a document. Clear is vibrant, and it's clear. It shows reflection though. So if you're in intimate spaces, a museum glass, which is the center one here, will really brighten the place, and you will not have to move or adjust in a small space in order to see what the artwork is behind the glass. Then when you finish up the painting, you have choices. You do have choices how to hang, whether you want to hang it with wire or whether you want to hang it with wall buddies and make it flush with the wall. And then of course, the finished product is what we display and your decision on where to hang it. If you hang it on a wall where there's a door and windows, you may want the wall buddies so that the wire or the frame doesn't swing. There's all kinds of different options out there.
I'm here with Susan Fay at the Art Tree. The advantage of coming is that you get one-on-one custom framing. She has years of experience and professionalism. She has beautiful frames and many choices, and together you sit with her and look at the piece and look at all the frames and come up with what will be best suited. In the end, you go home with a beautifully framed, completed piece. It's usually wired and ready to hang when you get home.
Frame. And there you have it.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much for your business.
Thank you.
Thank you.